Hey friends, how are you? How you doing? How you living? I hope that you are thriving and vibing. Let's get into the messages. I wasn't going to do it, but I am going to. I've been getting downloads and I have not been quite like wanting to put them here just yet. But there is one in particular that I feel like needs to be spoken about because it was a pretty big one. So it's been a long time since I've gotten into a download and it's like weird not pulling cards. Anyways, let's go. This has to do with the inner monologue that you have with your inner child, like your past self, your present self, and your future self. I feel like a lot of this collective, like we've been going through this kind of stuff in some of the previous readings, but I feel like a lot of this collective has been taking care of your inner child. There's been a lot of work around the self-parenting and the inner child work and really honoring your inner child, and kind of letting them take the lead. And the way that the imagery works, it's like you're in a space with your inner child and you're telling them, I'm going to let you lead now. And then you kind of like watch them move to the front and like control things. But your point of view is still in like the older version of yourself. So even though you're saying to your inner child, like, you can take this now, you can take the reins, you're still one step removed because you're still the adult letting the child do the thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're not inhabiting your inner child. And what is being asked of you is to very gently, it's going to be easier than you think it is, very gently allow yourself in that particular like imagery situation, go with me on this, right? Is to let yourself see that conversation play out, but you place yourself in the perspective of your inner child. I'm just going to sit with that for a moment because I feel like you all need to go there, to the place where your inner child is being invited up to the control desk. And the older version of you is telling you, you can take the lead now. I'm not going to do this anymore because I don't need to, because I trust you to do it. And I want you to do it. And you need to be the person who is being helped and the person that is being given permission to. Because I feel like you help yourself a lot and you help your inner child a lot. And you give your inner child a lot of permission, but you don't receive it on the other side. You don't let yourself receive the permission. You're just the one constantly giving it. But it's you. Like all of these conversations are happening within you. And I think you spent too long trying to just protect yourself and your inner child that you kind of assumed the role, like a matriarchal role within yourself. You're going to protect yourself. You're going to defend yourself. You're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to advocate for yourself. But you're always that leader sitting over everything, giving all these different parts of you that you've abandoned permission to exist and permission to thrive and honoring them in everything that you do. But you're still just that, like, so you're still in that position, trying to give yourself permission, but then you won't let yourself be in that position where you receive it. You won't put yourself in a position where you get to be the one that gets the help. And if you are one of my beautiful babes, right? And if you haven't been on this, that doesn't mean that you're not a beautiful babe. Girl, you're still beautiful. Welcome to the club of beautiful babes that, on top of being beautiful and being absolute divas, also have conversations with your past, present, future self. Okay, this is it. Start doing it. It's so good for you. But I feel like if you've already been with me, okay, I feel like some of you are already with me on this. Like, this has been what's going on your whole life. You might have been inhabiting an energy where you're sending the love back to your past self, always sending that energy towards your past self. I feel like your future self is only able to get things through to you in very like subtle ways, because you're actually, I don't think it's a deliberate thing, but because you're so in this energy of, I have to be the protector. It almost feels like a divine masculine energy that you're inhabiting, and not at all a gendered thing. Like, it just feels like that ultimate like protector, boss kind of energy. Not that that's a... I feel like I've got a lot of divine masculine in myself, okay? Because you're a boss, you know, it's not a gendered thing. It's not a gendered thing. It's just like external world versus internal world, okay? So yeah, okay. I'm getting distracted. That you've been in that position where you are kind of like running the house, keeping everything in order, very much playing the part of the future self, sending guidance and messages and love and protection back towards your inner child or your inner teen or whoever it is that you feel needs it. But because of that role that you've been inhabiting, I don't think you've let yourself contemplate the prospect of your future self coming to you and helping you now. Or even being in a situation where you can let them support you and let them affirm you and let them hype you up and be proud of you and tell you that, okay, I'm going to let you do your thing now because I know that this is a really cool thing that you know how to do. And you don't need to worry. Like, future me doesn't need to worry because current me's got it, kind of thing, you know? And it's just the same dynamic, you know? I think it's time for you to start being on the receiving end of the love. It feels like you've been giving yourself a lot of love and giving yourself a lot of care, but it almost feels like you don't quite let yourself receive it. And I think that position needs to be inhabited much more. Yeah. I don't know who's going to resonate with this, but I felt I couldn't even like shuffle the cards without getting the download out. So hopefully that is hitting with someone. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Whew. Universe, please. Insight information. We have the Page of Cups, Ace of Wands, Six of Wands. Yeah. There is so much action coming right now and creativity and like, oh, wow. Okay. There is so much going on, but what I hear is that like you've been holding this like torch, right? You've been holding this torch of like being this leader within yourself, right? Because I feel like you're one of those people that you're taking full accountability, responsibility for your life. That's what I get from you. That's the only reason why we have these internal conversations. It's because there is such a, not autonomy. What is the word when you have choice in your life? Oh, girl. I feel like I'm either going to come to it or one of you guys can just like comment it or just like send that word to me. It's like autonomy. Agency. Thank you. I knew you did. It was probably y'all. Okay. I knew it started with A. Full agency. That's wild. I feel like someone fucking sent that word back to me. Full agency. You're all about having complete, full autonomous agency about where your life goes. And because of that, you do have this dynamic within yourself where you do take a leadership role just within yourself to take care of all the other parts of you. Whether that's just different aspects of your life, like family and career and friends and finance and all these other different things. Yes, of course, taking care of those, but also what parts of me aren't healed? What parts of me are repressed? What parts of me need a voice? You're all over that as well. And I think you've been in that energy of being the person that's like, okay, what else is there to address here? What else do we need to get into? And I think it's time for you to pass the torch onto your future self, to take care of that for a little bit. And that's not to say you're delaying any work that you're doing. It's not really the point. It's that you don't have to work so hard to heal yourself right now. What is actually needed is for you to learn how to just rest and receive the love, because you're going to be sent love from your future self. You know that. You know that for a fact because you already do that for yourself. And you're probably sending your future self mad love too. And if you're not, you should catch up on that. But your future self is already sending you love, already sending you guidance, already trying to let you know that you're doing great and you've got it. You just need to hear them and not put as much energy into constantly taking care of all these parts of yourself. And it could have been a overcorrection, like you'd abandon yourself so many times that you did have to spend probably years like really bringing yourself back together and caring for yourself and showing yourself love. But I think it's time for you to just receive the love now. You don't have to work so hard to love yourself. The only thing you need to do now is like let yourself be loved. When you finally let yourself be loved just by yourself, I think it's actually going to open up so much more opportunity, and also just relationships, and also help you set firmer boundaries, because you are someone that deserves the love that you receive. And if we don't receive the love, if we don't actually let it in, it's because part of us is like denying whether or not we deserve it or whether or not we're worthy of it. And it could just be a practice, thinking that we don't need the love, or that it's not really that big of a deal, or it's just so invisible to it that we are not letting ourselves like fully inhabit and receive the love and be like, oh, this person, whether that's yourself or someone else, is like showing me love and giving me love, and I'm going to let that happen. I think a lot of us think that we know how to receive love, but I think that I think more often than not, we don't really know how to let ourselves be loved. Wow. Okay. You know what? I might leave it there, because that was a bit of its own message, and I'm scared that if I like start pulling cards, it'll like something else will come through. So what I might do, wild, right? I might film another one. Maybe. No promises. Okay. Because, you know, she's got work to do that she's avoiding. I'm not avoiding it. I do want to do it. But I also get mad at myself. Not mad at myself. Girl. I get disappointed, not in myself, but I get disappointed when there's not more good ratings. I want to listen to the messages. Anyways, I'm going to try and film another reading today, and then hopefully we'll get even more for y'all regular readings. Let me know what you thought of the download. Did it resonate with you? Was it hectic? I enjoyed giving it, so like I care about your opinion, but not as much as mine, and that's the way it should be, and I hope that you guys feel the same about your opinions. Because yours is the one you should care about the most. Anyways, I'm going to go. Love y'all. See you in the next one.